Now, family members and listeners alike, I want to say thank you so very, very much for all of the emails that you sent in requesting additional information about SPACs. That's right, SPACs. It spurred a tremendous amount of interest, and we're going to give you some additional information as it relates to SPACs. We're talking about special purpose acquisition corporations or companies. Special purpose acquisition companies. Now, family members, this is a way that the uber wealthy get P.A.I.D. continually in the current market, in the current environment. And we're going to go over how you can monetize their activity and get P.A.I.D. to the maximum as well. Now, there is power, consistency, and great success in simplicity. Once again, there is power, consistency, and great success in simplicity. The simplest strategies are not only the most elegant, but they deliver the biggest, most predictable windfalls. Now, I've got simple trading and investing rules that I apply in bull markets, in bear markets, in flat markets, for trading and investing in growth stocks, cyclicals, and every sector where nuances matter. So, of course, I've got simple rules for buying and selling and getting P.A.I.D. buying through and with SPACs. Now, the fact is that there are 5 rules. 5 rules or keys to unlocking SPAC success and getting you P.A.I.D. Now, these are the keys to finding winners and maximizing your gains. It's my strategy that I utilize to monetize and get P.A.I.D. from SPACs, and they're about to be your strategies as well. Winning SPAC key number 1. Never ever overpay. Never ever overpay. Now, there will be temptations, especially when there's a buzz about any particular SPAC. Ignore it, family. Never overpay. You never want to buy a SPAC when its share price is way above its IPO price, which is usually $10. Now, I went over this last week. The fact is, you always pay the IPO price if you're able to get it until the actual IPO. Okay, once again, you always pay the IPO price if you're able to get it into the actual IPO before it debuts on its first trading day. Now, however, in the aftermarket, you want to search out high potential SPACs whose shares have been knocked down to maybe $9 or $8 if you're lucky, or some other dollar value below the IPO price. Once again, the dollar value below the IPO price if you're going to look at purchasing a SPAC after it has IPO'd. That kind of bargain, honey, can lead to huge windfalls. Once again, winning SPAC key number 1, don't you ever overpay. Winning SPAC key number 2, the players matter. Now, you have to do some homework so you can pass the test as it relates to this particular winning SPAC key. Let me explain. You want to study the sponsors of the SPAC and those people who will be managing the SPAC. You want to know their background, their expertise, and the track records. So you want to make sure that you look for SPACs that are put forth and run by deal makers. Ignore the dreamers and the storytellers. None of those dreams are likely to turn into real business that Wall Street will value when a deal is done. However, you want to trade and invest with deal makers who have run real businesses and who have then sold those businesses for huge profits. You want to favor SPACs run by people who have done leveraged buyouts or LBOs and M&A gurus. You want to go with persons who rule the landscape in private equity or are real estate deal makers and moguls. Turnaround artists and distressed debt investors will have the instincts needed to find businesses with big potential and the shrewdness to get these companies at prices Wall Street will love, and you will as well. Winning SPAC key number 3, avoid the inane. Once again, avoid the inane. Let me explain. Now, this sounds pretty basic, but in the heat of the moment when SPAC deals are grabbing headlines, this is easy to forget. If the SPAC concept is a bad one, move the hell on. Lousy ideals deliver lousy results, period. Hot markets are magnets for scammers and posers and wannabes pitching ideals that are weak, nonsensical, or downright bogus. Now, if the concept is inane, doesn't make sense or CENTS, if the acquisition target is a trumped-up pipe dream, just walk away and don't look back. There are plenty of really good opportunities, as the next key that I'm about to give you, key number 4, indicates. Now, winning SPAC key number 4. Tap into strength and innovation. Tap into strength and innovation. You see, the best SPACs are the ones that will benefit from powerful social, demographic, and economic trends. On that tap, what you want to do is you want to look and see, and you want to be able to tap into fast-growing market sectors, or you want to look at SPACs that zero in on high upside innovations, or you want to look at SPACs that address a huge unmet need, not want, or you want to look at SPACs that have strong players that are tapping into big ideas, okay? Now, when you have this conglomerate, you've got the ingredients for a runaway winner SPAC. Even better, combine these with key number 2, which I told you earlier is what? Research the players, and you'll be able to tap into real winners relatively easily. And winning SPAC key number 5, the last one I want to give you, that the uber wealthy utilize to get P.A.I.D from special purpose acquisition companies is they protect their profits. You need to protect your profits. There's an old saying on Wall Street, beloved, and it is, when the market hands you a profit, take it quick, fast, and hurry. You see, part of getting P.A.I.D with regards to SPAC has to do with what you pay. You remember, key number 1, never overpay. But you also want to keep what you make. After a deal is struck and you see a big pop in a SPAC share price, use a trailing stop or a stop loss. Once again, use a trailing stop or a stop loss to keep the money that you've made. Don't you give that money back. These 5 keys, these are the keys that will get you P.A.I.Ds. These are the keys that will get you P.A.I.D as you foray into the realm of the new age IPOs known as special purpose acquisition companies, aka SPACs. Let me repeat these 5 once again quickly. Please take copious notes so you can monetize this new arena of, shall we say, vague or camouflaged IPOs called SPACs. Number 1, never overpay. Number 2, investigate, do your homework on the players. The players matter. Number 3, avoid the inane. Avoid the inane. If the concept doesn't make sense, okay, keep it moving. Number 4, tap into strength and innovation, okay? You want to tap into strong players that are doing big deals on big ideals that society needs and not necessarily wants. And number 5, you protect your profits. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. When you get P.A.I.D, you take your money off the table and you make sure that you have trailing stops or stop losses up under your positions that you take with regards to SPACs to maximize your profits and minimize your risk. You've just been given 5 keys to get P.A.I.D via special purpose acquisition companies.